Hey, welcome back to Making Sawdust. Last time we built this rolling base, filled it with concrete, so now we need to build the adjustable camera arm that'll attach to it. My design is based heavily on Ben from Woby Designs, and he sells plans for his camera jig. They cost $19. But after the wheels, concrete flange, and pipe that I bought for the rolling base, I'm trying to wrap this project up with just $10. That means buying planes is out of the question, so I spent a couple hours last night thinking through the whole process and designing drawings myself. With such a small budget, I'm definitely not buying any wood, and that could pose a problem, because I only found one scrap of 1/2-inch plywood. It measures almost 14 by 27. I'm hoping it'll be enough, because if we have to buy any wood, there's no way we're coming in under budget. We'll start by using the majority of the sheet to make the straight arms, making a cut at 16 inches before ripping 1 1/8 strips. And with the remainder, I'll cut a strip at 4 inches that'll make most of the connection blocks. Since these arms are going to pivot, we need to round over each end. That starts with finding the center of the round over. You can do that by drawing 2 lines at 45 degrees from each corner. Once you've got that intersection, you can grab a compass and draw the curve that we need to shape. Yesterday I threw together this jig to hold my belt sander at 90 degrees. It's already proven pretty useful, and I think I might make an even nicer version in the future. By bundling the arms together with painter's tape, I can make use of the 3 inches of belt and only have to round over 4 ends instead of 16. With the arms done shaping, I want to work on the brackets, but I forgot to cut that 4-inch strip of plywood earlier, so it's back to the table saw for one last cut. I'll use double-sided tape to attach a paper template to the wood, rough cut it at the bandsaw, and then clean it up at the belt sander. Need to get all these pieces separated, paper templates pulled off. We can take them over to the router table, put a little round over on the edges. You might have noticed I already cut spacer blocks for the brackets at either end, and I've already screwed this spacer block onto the first part of the box that'll go around the pole. To keep the box in place, there is a T-nut and a knob, so a little bit more drilling and the final assembly. It's a good idea to pre-drill for the prongs of the T-nut. That way when you hammer it in, you're less likely to split the wood. Every joint that isn't bolted gets glued and screwed. That does mean down the road if I want to change something, I might have to remake some parts. But that's the nice thing about making your own stuff. If something breaks, if you want to change something, you don't have to throw it away and buy something new. You can fix it, augment it yourself. Assembly is done, let's get it on the pole. Oh, this is so cool. Made a knob that'll tighten it onto the pipe, and I've got a new camera mount that'll let me get even more angles. I can easily swivel it all the way around, and I can also get straight down shots. The final piece is just a little wooden cap. I've got flexible ductwork on the ceiling of my shop, and I want to make sure the sharp edge of the pipe doesn't cut into it. Alright, let's see what this thing can do. Loosen the knob, you can go up, you can go down. And also it's pretty quick to tighten the knob. It's gonna squeak, you can go out, you can go in. Might need to loosen up one of those bolts, but that's probably the last time the camera's recording while I'm adjusting it. Do you remember that piece of plywood I started with? This is all that's left. I made one cut at the wrong dimension, 4 inches, should have been 4.5, and luckily I had just enough to cut the right piece. And as for budget, I guess inflation got me because I had to spend just over $13 instead of under $10 that I was hoping. Which means I need your help. If you enjoyed this video, I've picked out 3 more you might enjoy. If you missed the first part of this build, this is where I poured that concrete base. I always make my own knobs, and these upper shop cabinets have been a great addition to the shop, making organization and storage a cinch. Have a great week, and as always, get out there and make some sawdust.